Hello and welcome to my December bullet journal video. If you're new here, hello, my name is Hannah. If not, welcome back. For this month, I just have a few watercolor pages as well as a few pages to help you track and plan for this holiday season. So, let's get into it. For this month, I was actually pretty indecisive about what I wanted to do as my main title page and ended up deciding on the snow globe from the Santa Claus movie, the very first one. Here are some reference photos that I have. It was a little bit hard to see, and they definitely changed it in the second and the third movie, but I stuck with the first movie's plan since I liked it much better and it's a little bit more nostalgic for me. I had originally drawn up a title page that was inspired by the movie White Christmas, and then the goals page was actually the scene from the train. Now, I thought that might be a little too fussy, and it also didn't go with a lot of the other pages that I had, but I am planning on doing it in the later pages, like for a weekly spread. So if that's something that you guys are wanting to see, like weekly spreads inspired by movies that are watercolor, please let me know. I know not everyone does watercolor, so I tried to include a little bit more pages with markers and Tombow pens in this. Here I'm actually using a metal pigment, like a metallic pigment with a mixing medium, and it makes it look like real metal on the paper. I'll have everything listed below. But I think it looks kind of neat. You can't see it from this point of view with the camera, but I'll definitely have a video clip showing how it shifts in the light and how it looks in real person. I'm sorry if the lighting in this video is a little bit off and on. My house is like an actual pit of darkness, and at this point the area that I can film where I have full daylight was under construction and being repainted and redone. And so I'm sorry if this video has some bad lighting, but I promise in the next video it won't be as bad. I've also been having some difficulty with my computer with editing, which means a couple of videos I had planned, which was an autumn day with me and then a snowy day with me, isn't going to be coming out till after this video, which I was hoping would go up before, but I am hoping to put it up before Thanksgiving. Horrid red background, which I had started and just absolutely hated. It ended up putting black over it, which is a really good decision because it made the snow globe really pop, and I just used the silver and like white metallic pigment flecked all over to look like metallic snow. Here I'm actually just cutting up and recycling an old Christmas card from last year that I really liked. The little houses matched my theme pretty well, and for my goals page, I just use it as like personal goals and things that I need to get done for the month that don't fall underneath my like holiday goals and to-do lists. Here I'm just using the metallic pigments that I used in the title page to really tie it all together for the snowflakes. And as you can see in the next clip, it really does make a difference of that metallics. You can't see it on camera really, but in person it looks really neat. So if you watch all my bullet journal videos, you know that I like to track all of my exercise kind of like spaced out. It keeps me accountable, helps me plan my exercises, and I also like to track a few things, but not a lot since I have a Fitbit. So for this month, I thought it would be kind of neat to do a mail theme, especially since it's tracking and like the holiday season. So I did some like old-fashioned, like the red and white postcards and like mailing envelopes that you always have, with a little mailbox, a little North Pole sign, and then for the packages, I thought it would be kind of neat to have like a little tracking off to the side, since that's where I track like when I do laundry, when I clean the house, and like when I wash my hair. So I have a few videos planned for December, not a lot, but I thought about doing an outfit lookbook now that my house is kind of finally done and I can actually film an outfit lookbook in my house. It's been too cold to do it outside, too wet and too snowy and rainy. So now that my house is kind of put back together, I can film a little video of my outfits, and I have a lot of Christmas vintage inspired outfits. I also thought about doing a little bit of a thrift haul that is holiday inspired, since I've been recently getting a few things that are like vintage Christmas ornaments and vintage Christmas outfits. So since December is the last month of 2019, I will be doing another video perhaps at the end of December, beginning of January, of setting up my 2020 bullet journal. I am going to stick with Archer and Olive this coming year. I bought this one, it was my first one, to see if it was worth it for me, and since I do so much watercolor, it definitely is worth it for me, so I will be getting another one. So I'm waiting for some of the journals to restock so I can get a new one, and hopefully that'll come in by the end of December. If it does, I'll definitely have a video up before January of me setting up my new journal and setting up the month of January. I also thought about doing a kind of transfer video of like what I want to transfer from my 2019 book into my 2020 book. So for these pages right here, I kind of wanted to just do like Santa's list to record all the presents that I've bought, I need to buy and budget them, and then also a page for me to write down all the cards that I need to send. I really send a lot of snail mail any time of the year, so for Christmas I have a lot of letters that I need to send, so I like to track them there. So for my Santa's list, I just have the name, the item, the cost, and then I have a little G in a check box to see if I've given them the item or if it needs to be given already. Cards page, I just have the name, and then I have if I have written the letter and if I have sent it, so that way I can just keep track since I know I will have a lot of letters and cards to be sending out. So for these pages, I wanted to do a little 25 days of Christmas kind of holiday goals if you want. It's kind of like an advent calendar, but instead of having each task assigned to a certain day, I just have them listed so I can just check them off as I do it. Some of these are traditions that I have, and some of these are things that I would like to try this year, such as movies and baking and things that I like to do around the house. I don't really have decorating or anything of like that listed because I always do that at the end of November instead of the beginning of December. So for this I wanted to stick with something a little bit simpler. Originally I thought about having like baking things with the baking and like a film reel with the movies, but I wanted something like a little bit classic and kind of vintage and minimalistic just to track things. So I did this little lantern with some snow and the wreath, and then off to the side where I have like my baking section and all that, I just did some holly leaves off to the side around it. Now my family don't have too many Christmas family traditions. We always open presents the morning of Christmas with breakfast. We usually have like sticky buns, and then we always go over to my grandparents where everyone opens the rest of the presents. We always do watch the movies like Rudolph and Santa Claus is Coming to Town and Charlie Brown. We always do baking and we always have hockey season for us. I was wondering if you guys had any holiday traditions that you'd like to share in the comments that you guys like to do with your family. Now I only have 23 little goals listed instead of 25 as it says, because I know there will be a couple more that I want to add as the month goes on. So for the month of December, I wanted to do a little spread that was really minimalistic for some people that might not want to do a lot of watercolor and things like that. I also don't plan too far ahead in my journal, and I was also a little bit short on time to try to get this done. As I said, I was having a lot of trouble trying to film this since I was painting and renovating, but for this I just did a really simplistic little quote, little wreaths for the days, and then at the bottom I just did the number of the week that it is, and then little Christmas trees all around. If you guys are wanting to see some more weekly spreads, I was thinking about doing like a white Christmas, a nutcracker theme, more of the ballet nutcracker theme, and things like that. So please let me know if you guys are wanting to see another separate video that would be done and released probably the second week of December. That was my dog. Please don't mind her. She's not included in this video this time, but at least you heard her. So that's it for the month of December. I hope you guys liked it. I hope it's something that interests you. Please let me know below if there's things that you're wanting to see in the upcoming year. Are you wanting more watercolor time-lapse? Are you wanting more of like the simplistic, like gluing things in, and like the simplistic drawings and the minimalistic, leaving more white space? Please let me know what you guys want to see. Please also let me know if there's any videos you're wanting to see in the month of December before the end of the year. I'd like to thank you so much for watching this video, and please, if you would like to do, like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much. I really appreciate all the feedback that you guys give back. I'd also like to thank Kim Perfect Plans, who gave me a shout out on her channel recently. I'm definitely going to be using one of her most recent videos about how to plan for your YouTube channel. I'm definitely going to be including it in my 2020 journal. She has a really neat stuff on her channel, and I would definitely check her out. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I really hope that you have a wonderful holiday season and an even better rest of December. Thanks again for watching. Have a wonderful day.